And I can remember when Vernon and Shane fought, and that was my biggest worry, you know, although Vernon had drilled him as an amateur a couple times already, you know. And Vernon had a distinctive height advantage and reach advantage, and Vernon was real good with his jab, you know, real good with it, and a powerful right. He really did. It was very underestimated, but we would advise him to vacate his IBF title he had won from Earl Frank, to take the fight with Mosley. There was a chance to fight the pound-for-pound king, and he took him down. You know, just like we were 100% certain he would. You know, part of what I do as far as management and promoting and stuff, I have to believe in them guys, and I got to make them believe in this stuff more than I believe in them. That's the biggest, hardest part of my job, probably. I will be honest with you. This right here is all fun and games. I mean, we get to sit here and talk shit and have a good time. You know, we talk boxing, we talk something we like to talk about. Me and Pete can talk about politics. You want to talk about politics? We talk about politics. We talk about the law. We can talk about anything. We've discussed it all on Facebook. I mean, on messaging, but this is just something that, you know, we enjoy and we do. And as far as this mystical matchup, like I stated in an earlier episode, and like he already said in this one, we really don't know. Until two people step in the ring, you really don't know. All we can do is give you how we think it would break down and how we feel like it would go. And I think if you move, Henry Armstrong was so great. To me, now I did end up putting Ray Robinson because I did a fan poll vote thing for that list that I did, okay? To me, he's number one all time, in my opinion. And it has to do with that 17 world 17 world champions he fought. Has to do with the whole, I mean, you don't realize 3 different weight classes you're world champion simultaneously, and this ain't no junior welterweight, and super welterweight. That ain't what I'm talking about, guys. I'm talking about lightweight. I'm talking about featherweight, lightweight, welterweight. That's a big difference. You got any input, Professor?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'll have to set it off by asking you a question. And that is that, you know who Casey Stengel was, right?
Oh, yeah.
The New York Yankees?
Yeah, great man.
Stingarees, which was a version of English that used very recognizable English words assembled in such a sequence that nobody had any idea what he said. And one time in a congressional investigation, he had just dropped a whole bunch of stingarees, really to avoid having to give away what he knew. And Mickey Mantle was asked to come up and testify right after him, and Mickey Mantle said, "I agree with everything Casey said." So, I have to honestly say that in this case, I agree with everything Casey Prophet said. I think that it is just so easy to forget how unbelievably good some of the boxing heroes from the past were, that maybe you could argue about what some of them would have done, should have done, etc., but there are some about which there is not so much question, and Hurricane Henry may be just one of them.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I agree 100%. And we're going back to these guys.
If you bring me to disagree with you, I will.
Actually, Howard's thing, we didn't really give me no input. My next fight's MMA as well. This is my last fight, and I think you got one more, don't you, Professor? And but
have 2 more.
Actually, you got a tournament. I forgot. Professor got a tournament going on over here.
No, I've got 2 fights because I've got to finish one fight in bracket B, and then the winner of bracket B.
He's got a face. He got a damn tournament. He got a Super 8 going on. I forgot about that.
It's exactly what it was. It was an 8.
He got a Super 8. I could have made a Super 8, but I had to mix MMA and boxing like I did the other day, and I ended up ranking Conor McGregor the 2nd greatest fighter alive today. Period blank. behind Chocolatito. And people don't realize I had a lot of arguments about how in the hell can somebody 112 pounds be the greatest boxer and pound-for-pound boxer. Well, guys, look, he was number 2 on the list forever. I mean, it's basic promotion's all it is, you know. Number 1 goes, what's number 2 supposed to do? Drop to number 3? It don't work that way, fellas. I mean, it's called getting promoted. You know, if a manager of a store retires, don't the assistant manager usually get first shot at being the manager? For example, I couldn't. Chocolatito's the truth. I mean, and I think what HBO doing him and Triple G together was a good idea. And now HBO has got a great stable of fighters, and then they brought in a new guy who just took over. Stillman just took over with HBO Sports and boxing. So I think you'll start seeing more of Al Heyman's guys come back too, and because this guy's worked with Heyman before in the past, but I'm not going to get into what Floyd said about Richard Schaefer and stuff the other day. I'm not going to get into all that, but that's another topic for another day. But as far as the lawsuits and stuff and what kind of merit they hold and this and that, you know. One thing I can say is I know Al Heyman, how he treated 2 guys that I know very well. All right, that's Vernon Forrest was the very first fighter he ever had, okay? Paul Williams was another one. One of the first people at that hospital in Paul Williams I read was Al Heyman. Okay? He's actually one of the cheese. He promotes and advises and manages fighters cheaper than anybody in the business other than Fight Serve. Plain and simple. I mean, that's the fact. Most managers get 25 to 40%, man. And then don't even tell a fighter, hey, you know, we get paid travel too. They take it out of their purse. It blows my mind. People call me going, what now? You know, guys sign a new fighter. They got 22 professional fights. They're like, they're going to pay for us to fly up. You mean I get that and I get paid that? I'm like, huh? You didn't know that? I'm thinking to myself, but that's what happens in the sport, man. And, you know, I got out of it once Vernon was murdered and stuff. You know, pretty much I left it alone. You know, I still did some legal stuff here and there, but Vernon was my best friend. I mean, we were like brothers. He was a pallbearer at my son's funeral. You know, and when neither one of my actual brothers was, but he was. You know. Vernon was a super guy. He started the Destiny's Child Foundation. And I had a matter of fact, everybody get tear out, so I'll shut up about that. I'll hush about that. But Paul Armstrong, Mayweather, yeah, you're right. They just don't. Some guys, there's nothing you need to say about it. And it goes back to the Facebook group. I got a snapshot still. I had the snapshot. The guy said, Armstrong, how many pay-per-view buys did he have? I just stopped. I left the group, man.
Right.
And I tell you, what's his name? Al G. It's Al G. Something's his name. I don't forgot what it is. But I just gave up. I left the damn group. I was pissed off.
I want to comment about the Pope when somebody said that the Pope had said something about making provisions for the safety of civilians in the war zone. And Stalin said, the Pope, how many divisions does he have?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just crazy. That's just total. Yeah. I mean, it's just absurd, man. It goes to show you that when I use a term very popular that I coined myself, you have boxing fans and boxer fans. And everybody else calls them fanboys, all right, or whatever. And I get so sick and tired of that, man. It drives me crazy. How can I not? I mean, I'm going to give you a perfect example is Ward and Golovkin right now. Arguably 2 out of the top 4 boxers in the world, pound for pound, bar none. Bar none. Without question, skill set wise. When the fight comes down to it, I mean, that would be one hell of a fight. I mean, because Ward's great at smothering somebody's punches. I mean, when he went into the Super 6 tournament, I know it's been some time ago and inactivity is held against him, but actually the reason he got voted back in the ring is because it's not a criteria. Inactivity is not a criteria. If it was, how did Mayweather get moved to number 2 when he announced he was coming back before he ever fought Marquez? All of a sudden he was second behind Pacquiao again. He hadn't even fought yet after being off, So inactivity isn't a requirement. It's skill set. It's based off skills. All right, that's the requirement. And Andre made a leap on September the 15th, to be exact. When Floyd fought the 12th. September 15th was the first release. I get an email every Tuesday, pound for pound. He made a leap from number 18 to number 2. And Ring Magazine did an article about it. Why did we do this, and explained it all. You know what I mean? Because the truth is this. When he stepped away, when that lawsuit happened, when he had to have shoulder surgery, there was a lot of things going on a lot of people don't know about. And Dan Goosen, he's dead and gone now. Don't want to say nothing bad about him. He promoted Paul. So he, the inactivity, did he come back? Did he look a little rusty at first against Paul Smith? And did he fight on BET? Yeah, he fought on BET. Hell, he still made $2 million to fight on BET. I don't give a damn if I'm fighting in your backyard if you're going to pay me $2 million. You ain't got to put it on TV or nowhere. I just want my $2 million. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you. And best thing he could have done was not sign with Rock Nation. I'm not going to lie, because they don't do a very good job. Nothing against Jay-Z, but there's something that happened between him and Al Heyman. I don't know what it is or when it was. I don't know when. I know when it was, but something happened that had to do with him and Beyonce and Al Heyman that pissed Jay-Z off so much that he started Rock Nation Sports, and now they're in boxing. Okay, I don't know exactly what it was, but something happened so bad that that Jay-Z decided he's going to become a boxing promoter. Now we got 50 Cent doing it too. He's got. Is it Gamboa he's got? And that he put in the ring against Crawford. That was the dumbest damn thing I ever seen in my life. I mean, Terrence Crawford's a hell of a boxer, man. I mean, he really is. He's a hell of a fighter. You gonna move a guy up 3 weight divisions to fight him? That was ignorance. I don't know. I mean, but there you go. They're rappers. They're lyricists. They don't know. I mean, I'm not holding nothing against rappers. Hell, I promote them. I promote one. I managed to. Darnell Boone has an album dropping this summer, The Emotional Overdose. Okay? Guys, don't miss it. It's on iTunes. Be available on iTunes by song or by album purchase. Also be available in stores. The Emotional Overdose. And, so, I mean, it ain't nothing against them. It's just, I don't feel like that JC did his part in the promotion, or not necessarily JC, whoever he's got running Rock Nation Sports. You see what I'm saying? Did enough in the promotion of Cotto Canelo. Now, Cotto Canelo did good numbers. They did 900,000 buys, and that's the best anybody's done that didn't have the name Pacquiao Mayweather in it, that was non-heavyweight. Let me rephrase that. Non-heavyweight. Now, let's get back on line topic here. Me and Professor, we known for having our 3 or 4 hour episodes. But let's see what you got up next. I mean, I
don't. The final preliminary fight before there is the championship, and that is. Am I messing up here? Oh yeah, 2 more fights. I'm sorry. That we've got Muhammad Ali against Max Baer. Muhammad Ali 6'3", 220 pounds, 56-3, and his last couple of losses came and really should have not been fighting. He was already suffering from Parkinson's. He scored 37 knockouts and was TKO'd 1 time. He was in his next to the last fight by Mary Holmes.
Sorry to intervene here for a second, guys, but let Muhammad Ali's